FitYummyMommy.com, answering your spring fat loss questions via video. And today's question comes from Carol. Carol says, Holly, I need some help with how to control nighttime eating. I have great resolve every morning and do a terrific job all day. But when late afternoon, early evening rolls around and I have to get the kids home from school, make dinner, do all the house chores, get ready for the next day, kids' activities, driving, planning, etc., I fall apart. Help. And Carol, thanks so much for submitting this question because you are not alone. In fact, this is one of the biggest obstacles busy moms face, that nighttime eating routine. And in order to help troubleshoot and give you some strategies to help you get control of this, I have a couple questions for you. Number one, we have to figure out why this is taking place. Is this simply a habit that you have created? It could have been created out of boredom. It could have been created to control or cope with certain emotions that you're having in the evenings, whether it be exhaustion or stress. So it's a matter of kind of taking a step back and saying, what nighttime rituals and routines do you have in place that are permitting and enabling you to fall into these nighttime eating habits? My second question for you is, you say that you start off the morning great and you do a great job all day. And I hear from a lot of moms, I do eat right, I am eating healthy. Are you sure? And it's not until we dive in with menu planning critiques in the forums of Club FYM that we're able to truly uncover some eating habits during the day that actually contribute to the increase of wanting to eat in the nighttime. The number one reason why busy moms end up eating too much at night is truly because of hunger, because they have not been eating properly all day long. They maybe have been skipping meals, or they skipped breakfast. They are not eating or choosing meals that are based around protein and produce. They're eating too many highly processed foods that tend to be very high in carbohydrates. This can all contribute to that craving and that desire to eat later in the day. So what I want you to do, Carol, is take a step back and look at these two questions, find out what the answers to these two questions are, and then you can implement a couple strategies and tricks that I actually use myself. It could be that it is a combination of both of those questions, and it's a matter of creating new lifestyle habits. And that's what Fit Yummy Mommy is all about, giving you that support to help make that possible. But for me, one of the things that help is that I am aware of when these cravings hit, and they do tend to be cravings, and they're out of habit. It's not true hunger. So if it's a matter of, hey, I'm preparing dinner for the family, and I have this strong desire to eat, then prior to preparing dinner for the family, have a nice tall glass of water, have a protein-based snack before you dive into making the dinners. And then if it's a matter of sitting down and doing these planning and activities for prepping for the next day, which is wonderful that you're doing, check and see if this is a habit that you feel like you've got to grab the munchies while you're doing this. And if that's the case, once again, you could make up a cup of hot tea. A couple of my favorite teas are the Aveda tea, which is absolutely wonderful, divine, and delicious. And yes, it's a little bit more expensive, but an alternative to that is the Celestial Seasonings Tension Tamer. Yeah, my husband wants me to buy stock in this. But what I like about these teas is that it has a nice mild licorice flavor, which is kind of like on the sweet side, but it's also soothing to me. Any type of hot tea will work, but these are just specifically what I like to turn to. Also, if you have the desire to want to munch on something, I have ginger on hand. You can find ginger chews or crystallized ginger chips. Those are a great, sweet, spicy way to kind of chew on something and get rid of that craving while you're also enjoying a glass of water. Having a protein-based snack after dinner is actually beneficial to your fat loss results. The thing is, you want it to be protein-based. One of my favorite post-dinner snacks, which I like to also kind of think of as a treat, is making what my version of a chocolate pudding would be. I would take Greek yogurt and put a scoop or two of Prograde's chocolate protein, mix it together, and it hits the spot. It's high in protein, and you're satisfying those sweet cravings, but you're not destroying or sabotaging your fat loss efforts. So these are a couple strategies that I have in place. The biggest thing that you can do, Carol, and any of the other busy moms that this is happening to, is to establish a new nighttime routine. A lot of times busy moms stay up way too late at night, and it is out of habit that we're just grabbing things. So a couple things that you can do is to go through your kitchen, and what are those munchy things that you're turning to? If they're not good for you, get rid of them. Your environment supports your habits. Why make it harder on yourself to stay on track? Get rid of them. And I don't want to hear, well, but my kids need these for snacks. No, your kids do not need those for snacks. Your kids need fresh fruits and vegetables and protein-based items for snacks. And then the second thing I want you to do is take a look at what time you are going to bed. Are you staying up later when you could actually be getting yourself into bed a little bit sooner, creating a soothing nighttime routine where you're dimming the lights, you are reading a book, you're sipping a cup of hot tea, versus being overstimulated by the computer, the TV, the bright lights. Get yourself into that soothing nighttime habit so that way you're not looking for something to be going like this and then it ends up sabotaging your results. So there are some tips and tricks and strategies to help you overcome that nasty obstacle of nighttime eating. Give them a try and be sure to leave a comment below. Let me know how it works for you.
Some got hopes and dreams, we got ways and means. The supreme dream team always up.